Hey. So, silence, right? Silence. I'm not really good at it. I'm not really good at it at all. But I honestly avoid it because I feel like if I sit in silence too long, my head will get the best of me, right? Like my thoughts and my trauma and my experience in my life. It'll get the best of me. And so I did this podcast last week, and it's like this intense feeling of freedom, yet scared and nervous and unsure and uncertainty of sharing these truths about my life and things I used to do and things that I'm not necessarily proud of, but things that I did. It was what I had to do to get through at the time. It was my option, my avenue, and it's how I survived. It wasn't maybe the right choice. It wasn't the best choice. It wasn't a legal choice. But I did what I needed to do to overcome this time in my life that I was unable to do things in a way that I had once thought and dreamed I always would. So, and I've been thinking a lot about all these things that we have out there to help you like reach your true potential and see what your ultimate goal is and what your big dream is. And all my dream was when I was little and growing up is I just wanted to dance and cheerlead. I just wanted to bring joy to people's lives through performing, and it brought joy to my own life, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and it was me. Like, that was who I was. Every part of me was dance and then cheerleading until it became something I couldn't do anymore, and then I was lost. So I really, I've always had this big dream to be a motivational speaker and share my story. But really, what I really am so passionate about and what I want to do so much is help other teens and young kids and adolescents not ever feel the way that I felt. I don't want them. I don't want you to be lost. I don't want you to think that you're not good enough. I don't want you to think that you have to have it all figured out right now, and to think that I don't want you to think you have to fit in, that you have to be the prettiest, that you have to be the best, that you have to have the best clothes. I think that's where we all go wrong. It steers us wrong. And then it sets us on this path of not really knowing what real happiness and joy is, because we're so focused on how we look and what makeup we have on and what shoes we have on and where my clothes are from and how my hair is done and if my nails are look a certain way and the nail polish, and we get so caught up in that. Now, granted, it's all fun and we love that, and girls and some guys, like, we love that, but that can't be your sole purpose. That can't be your sole thing. And you have to celebrate being a youth in your life and being a part of school activities and youth groups and other clubs and babysit and do all the things that make up your youth. Like, that's your youth, and you don't have to have it all figured out, and you don't have to have a boyfriend, and you don't have to fit in, and you don't have to uh drink and smoke and party if that makes you uncomfortable. And that's not you. And either way, in my older life, I'm going to tell you that I wish I wouldn't have wasted so many years just smoking weed all the time and just being such a pothead and unable to pass a drug test for so long because of my ways and my habits, and thinking that that was the thing I needed to do, and it held me back for a long time. But I know you're going to party, and I know you're going to go out there and have fun. But at the same time, I just think that you can, find better ways to live your life and to really immerse yourself into middle school and high school and your college career. And I made a lot of choices in my freshman year of high school that resulted in me missing out on a lot of that. So I have now decided that what I really want to do is just, I want to have my family. and I want to be home, and I'm so excited. I'm going to pick my son up right now, and we're going to go home and play, and we're going to eat dinner, and we're going to rest. I'm going to do laundry, because for me, all of those things are a gift. They're a blessing, because at one point in time, I couldn't walk. I didn't know if I'd keep my leg. And so I know what it's like to lose everything and then to have to get it all back. But I think that's an important lesson I can share to you, because you need to enjoy the little things, because they go away, or they're not savored like they should, and you can't get like this time back in school. Like this time, homecoming, football season, into basketball season, like those years, you don't get them back. This is the only year that you're going to experience what you're experiencing now. Not to say that the best isn't yet to come, but if you make these years some of the best years of your life, you'll never forget them, and they will help you build yourself up. So when you go to college, you're ready to figure out who you are, to do college with passion, and to make mistakes and have a good time, and not to stress so much over, oh, what's my true potential, and what do I have to do, and what am I best at? Don't worry about that. That is distracting you from living life and enjoying it, right? So I'm just going to continue to work on adding videos and just sharing my messages of what I don't ever want you to feel. I don't want you to feel alone. I don't want you to feel like there's no one that understands you, that you can't talk to someone about your problems, that there's not someone right next to you, probably going through the same problems, probably feeling insecure, probably have a lack of self-esteem, and feel like maybe they're dating someone that's pressuring them to just make out with them or have sex or do sexual actions that they don't want to do, and they're afraid to talk about it because they think they're the only one going through that. Well, you aren't. You aren't the only one going through that. So talk to people. Find someone to confide in, and your teachers are there to do that too. Don't be afraid to reach out for help. So that's always going to be my message. And feel free to message me and chat and follow me. But that's my little tidbit for this afternoon. That was sitting on my heart, and I really wanted to share that part of it. And we'll chat soon.